You're now watching Colorado State University's student-run campus television, Channel 25, weeknights from 8 to midnight.
For Tuesday, February 3rd, 2004, you're watching Campus Television News. A winter storm watch is in effect tonight with a possible 5 to 10 inches. Good evening and welcome to CTV News. I'm Ashley Hauser.
And I'm Dominic Garcia. University officials tonight are preparing for the snow. It's expected to develop after midnight tonight, and weather forecasters are expecting a possible 5 to 10 inches out of the storm, which could make the journey to class tomorrow a little bit interesting. CTV reporter Megan Kemp now joins us outside on the plaza. Megan, how's the weather out there?
Well, Dominic, it's cold out here and it's only going to get colder. Tonight you can expect 5 to 10 inches of snow with temperatures dipping down to a chilly 18 degrees. As for the rest of the week, expect snow showers and temperatures to be in the 20s and 30s. Now, the university is preparing for tomorrow's snow showers. For more information on the latest snow conditions, you can call 491-SNOW. Back to you, Dom, and the warm.
Well, thanks, Megan. Why don't you come back inside and get warm now? The last snow day did occur last spring in the blizzard of 2003, and the university was closed for 2 days.
Colorado State University now has the ability to conduct extensive research on genes thanks to a $1.2 million grant that was awarded by the W.M. Keck Foundation. The grant will allow the university's program in chromatin structure and function to research the human genome along with embryonic development, aging, and cancer. The W.M. Keck Foundation is one of the nation's largest philanthropic organizations. The foundation focuses on medical research, science, and engineering.
With over 23,000 students enrolled here at Colorado State University, class size is an important issue that students have to deal with every day. University officials, like students, are clearly aware of the problems that overcrowding can lead to. But from near to far, the university continues to be a popular destination for higher education. Colorado has been known to attract college students from all over the country, whether it be for its mountains, atmosphere, or even its people. So it's no wonder why Mike Wilborn came all the way from Texas to make CSU his new home.
I wanted to come back, get out to the outdoors, get back to snowboarding, and just be out here in Colorado, be where I always wanted to be.
But when it comes to school, what students don't expect are huge classrooms and a crowded environment.
Last semester I took 15 hours, 5 classes, and my smallest class was 270 people.
There are two major factors contributing to the increase in large classes. One being the recent state budget cuts, which has made it extremely hard to hire new teachers. The second being the fact that CSU is at its highest enrollment in history, totaling over 23,000 students. With CSU's enrollment at an all-time high, in addition to the current budget cuts, classrooms that were once relatively small may begin to seem like they should belong in a class the size of this.
On the whole, you have to think, well, the quality of the education is not fundamentally affected when you make small changes of that order. And that's the kind of things that we're going to see.
And he's right. According to a recent study, CSU ranks first in the state for having the highest percent of classes over 50 students. However, ranks second in retention rate, which is the rate of students return after 1 year.
Until the state changes its constitution, until the voters in the state of Colorado decide that they want to make a change, we're going to be stuck in this predicament.
University officials are hoping that having the same enrollment next year as this year, along with improved economy, will eventually lead to smaller classes.
Over winter break, something unexpected happened at the South College gym when a 62-year-old man suddenly collapsed on the floor. Retired elementary school teacher Paul Hoff was running laps in the gym when he suffered a massive heart attack. Luckily, 2 young men, Adam Klatskin and Mark Wittstoff, revived Hoff with a life-saving device called a defibrillator. To learn more about these 2 men that saved Hoff's life and how he's doing, tune into CTV News on Thursday.
Well, if you're looking to help those in need, CSU is holding a blood drive next week in the Lory Student Center. If you're interested in donating, you can stop by tomorrow or Thursday between 9 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. Walk-ins are accepted, but appointments are appreciated. If you decide to donate, workers are asking that you eat and drink something before you come. If you have any questions or would like to set up an appointment, you can call 988-9173.
Next on CTV News, a look to see what to do if you find yourself in credit card debt.
And in sports, Brooke has a look at some of the new football recruits.
Colorado State University, Dominic Garcia, Ashley Hauser, Brooke Shaletowitz, and Rachel Regalado. You're watching Campus Television News.
Call the Center for Drug and Alcohol Prevention and the Center for Health Promotion and quit gambling with your life.
Tired of the same old living arrangements? Then check out Rams Point. With more amenities than any of the competition, Rams Point is your one-stop location for a fun college living experience. Individual leases are currently available. Check out Rams Point, a student apartment community.
Agent Classifieds, how may I help you?
Place it, find it, buy it, sell it, rent it. All this and more with the Rocky Mountain Collegian Classifieds, as low as $4.50 a day. Call 491-1686, 491-1686.
One in 5 students under the age of 24 are in debt, and many others are on their way. The rise of students getting into credit card debt without a good income is becoming a bigger concern. Many students are in the process of dealing with credit card debt and the consequences that come along with it.
So I just go out a lot and buy a lot of stuff, and I was getting ready to leave the country, so I was buying a whole bunch of new stuff and just going out with my friends, saying goodbye to everyone. And I just turned 21 too.
Students are also wondering where they can go with their questions about credit card debt.
I have no idea what I would have been able to do, because it was basically all the money I had in the world to pay, was what I had to pay off with.
Sarah Allen, the Executive Director of Consumer Credit Counseling Services, has advice for those students.
First thing we suggest is to stop using them. Find a way to live on cash. Cash, you know how much cash you have in your pocket. It's a much easier way to spend money.
More and more people these days are using their credit card to make their purchases rather than actual cash. Every time they go to swipe the card, they are essentially using money that they might not necessarily have. Students are being urged to seek help if they are no longer able to pay the minimum payment on their bill. Consumer Credit Counseling Services said you should be careful of 1-800 number scams. Always ask questions and don't sign anything until you are sure it's legitimate. If you're interested in Consumer Credit Counseling Services, they're available on the internet or in the phone book.
Residents here in Larimer County are instructed not to call 911 if they see smoke near the Pinewood Reservoir. The Larimer County Parks and Open Lands Department will conduct a slash and burn in the next couple of weeks to come. Depending on the weather, the pile burns are a part of an ongoing wildfire mitigation forest health project. It will only take place if there is at least 3 inches of snow on the ground, so the fire doesn't spread. Trained firefighters will be monitoring the site during the burning.
The Transport Bus here at CSU is great transportation for students who need to get around Fort Collins. However, many students are confused on whether or not to renew their bus passes for a free ride. The same passes that were issued at the beginning of the year are still good to use all year long. Students that plan on riding the buses next fall will have to pick up their new passes for the new year. Passes can be picked up next fall at the Campus Information Services desk located in the Lory Student Center. All students need is a valid school ID. A $5 fee will be charged for all lost bus passes.
Well, roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, and so are Valentines mailed to Loveland, Colorado. Well, that's what hundreds of thousands of people from throughout the world seem to think. The Loveland Post Office Valentine remailing program kicked off its 58th year yesterday at the Loveland Chamber of Commerce. 50 to 60 volunteers from around Loveland will gather there each morning for the next few weeks to stamp each Valentine with Loveland's unique postmark that includes a short message for Valentine sweethearts. Last year, the program stamped and remailed over 230,000 Valentines from more than 100 foreign countries and 50 states. Organizers estimate over 10 million Valentines have come through Loveland since the program began in 1946. You can have your own Valentine stamped in Loveland free of charge. Send all cards in a pre-addressed envelope, stamped envelopes, to Postmaster Valentine, Remailing, Loveland, Colorado, 80538. And Brooke now joins us with sports. So Brooke, I heard the basketball team really pulled it off this weekend.
They certainly did, Dominic. And coming up next, I will have all the highlights, plus a new team arrives in the Mountain West. Stay tuned.
The Lory Student Center is the place to be. It's the place for taking care of business, and the place to buy and sell textbooks. It's the place for staying connected, student organizations, leadership programs, and more, all right here. It's the place to eat. It's the place for entertainment. There's always something happening at the LSC. Movies, art exhibits, and special performances. Check it out online. The Lory Student Center is definitely the place to be.
Work, play, home, away. Millions of people riding every single day.
It's your thing. Do what you want to do.
Monday to the park, Wednesday to the pool. Every other Friday volunteering at the school.
Transport, wherever life takes you.
And now, CTV Sports with Brooke Shaletowitz.
The Super Bowl was not the only exciting game that took place this weekend. On Friday night, the CSU men's basketball team hosted a thriller of their own against Wyoming in the border war. As it is commonly known, turned out to be just that, an all-out war. Matt Nelson was sidelined Friday night with a re-injured knee sprain. His absence worried many as Wyoming's Jay Strait added to the point total with this shot. Even though Wyoming came out with an early lead, CSU was able to stand their ground. Check out this dunk from Michael Morris. This is why they call it a rivalry, folks. Freshman Dwight Boatner came up big with this shot. At the half, the score was 40-31. The Rams remained ahead for much of the second half, but blew their lead with 5 minutes left and had to play catch-up for the rest of the game. Matt Williams contributed to CSU's score, adding his own dunk right here. The Rams, who were still down with only seconds left, had to rely on 2 successful free throws from Boatner to even up the score. Into overtime we go once again. Wyoming scored first in OT, but the Rams kept it close. Down by 1 point with 7 ticks left on the clock, Boatner stepped up, stole the ball, ran it down the court, and saved the day with this tip-in. The Rams win a heart-stopper against their rivals, 75-74.
There are a lot of guys that were busting their tails on that floor in both teams, and that's what college basketball is all about.
And I think it just shows that we're growing up as a team. And, I mean, we don't have our best player, but everybody's got to pick it up. And, I mean, that's what we're doing. We're all just coming out and giving even more. So we're going to just go out and play hard every game and see what happens.
I'm
trying to just get healthy and just try to get back in it, but at the same time, I want to be 100%. So it's just hard seeing them and knowing how much you could help them, but at the same.
An announcement was made last Friday that will not only affect the men's basketball team, but many other sports here at CSU. After much speculation, Texas Christian University finally announced that they will accept an invitation to join the Mountain West Conference, bringing the total number of schools in the conference to 9. If you recall, last year the Colorado State football team played the TCU Horned Frogs in the Liberty Bowl. TCU brings with them 19 sports, including a highly respected football team. The league is hoping that with the addition of TCU, Mountain West sports will get more television time and will increase their chances of being offered a spot in the BCS. The task of all 9 athletic directors now is to map out schedules for the 2005-2006 school year, when TCU will officially begin sports play in the Mountain West.
We need to expand. I mean, we're very stable and strong. Some of the other ones are actually getting weaker. So for us to expand, we wanted to get better. And it really helped us, I think, with our TV prospects of a better TV contract in a couple of years. Certainly will make us in football more attractive to the BCS when that agreement comes up in a couple of years. So TCU brings a great all-around program, 19 sports.
Speaking of football, tomorrow is the National Letter of Intent Day, where many high school athletes will make official their commitments to join their college of choice. Colorado State has already signed several football players and has even gone over the 25-player limit. That means that a few players will be gray-shirting next year and will enroll in January to play the following season. Among those who have already signed with CSU are local running back Alex Square of Cooter High School, twin wide receivers Damon and Dion Morton from California, and defensive end Tommy Hill of Arapahoe High. Colorado Prep football's all-time leading rusher Kyle Bell is also expected to sign a letter of intent on Wednesday. The Rams are expected to have 6 signees from Colorado and almost 12 from California. The women's basketball team has also received several commitments from high school athletes for next year. Included on that list is local basketball player Sarah Hunter. She will join CSU from Rocky Mountain High School and told us this week that she is looking forward to playing for CSU.
It's really different. It's pretty surreal because never thought I'd actually be playing there. You know, my family, they're watching, all my friends, but it's cool to know that I'll be out on the court next year. So.
Meanwhile, the CSU women's current basketball season is in full swing. After suffering a disappointing loss to Wyoming this weekend, the women are looking to get back on the right foot. This Thursday, the Rams will take on New Mexico at Moby Arena. The Lobos are currently tied for second in the league and will be looking to improve their record. The Rams, however, will have home court advantage as the Lobos have not won a game in Fort Collins since 1986. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. And last but not least, this weekend the Colorado State club hockey team took on the longtime rivals CU Buffs. In the heated 2-game series, the Rams were looking to prove why they are currently ranked number 1 in the West. Sports reporter Morgan Lichtenstein has the highlights from Friday night.
It's a slow start for the Rams as forward Josh Cavan plows into the goalie, getting the first penalty of the night. But don't worry, there's plenty more on the way as both teams go at it. There's no stopping them here. And yes, that's 6 players in the box at once. Halfway into the first, Ryan Lewis steps up to the plate, scoring the first goal of the game and giving the Rams the early lead. Later on that night, goalie Logan Huffman saves 2, but the Buffs finally get one past him, making the score 2-1. And boys, well, will be boys. As tempers flare and punches are thrown, they give the crowd something to cheer about. Late in the third, Josh Bowers adds his second of the night, and the Rams take the first game of the series 6-2.
You know, that was a million miles from a 1 or 2 player show. We got contributions from everybody. Every single line contributed, and they just kind of flew over the boards time after time and just stuck to the game plan. They really stuck to our game plan.
Headed down to Boulder for game number 2 against the Buffs. This time the Rams were not able to pull out the win, and for the second time this year they split the series with CU. During the game, forward Tommy Owen suffered a shattered jaw, showing just how physical the rivalry can be. After the weekend, the Rams currently stand at 17-4 on the season. Friday night was quite a game, Dominic, but it's too bad that the Rams couldn't win on Saturday.
Yeah, it definitely is. Let's hope they have better luck next weekend. Well, stay tuned. Rachel's up next with entertainment.
Hey Ram fans, CSU basketball is going strong this season, and if you've missed out on the action, it's not too late to join fellow Moby Maniacs in supporting your Rams. The men's and women's basketball teams are looking for your help to give Moby a home court advantage in their upcoming games. Bring your friends, bring your residence hall, bring your roommates, and bring yourself to watch head coaches Dale Lair and Chris Danker lead the Rams to victory in Moby Arena. Admission is always free to students. For more information, call 491-RAMS or visit csurams.com.
Campus service officers are the eyes and ears of the CSU Police Department. They provide safe walks to all students and are available 7 days a week. To request a safe walk, pick up an emergency phone on campus, call the Safe Walk line, or simply ask a CSO on duty. CSOs patrol and provide walks from Constitution to Matthews Street and Prospect to Mulberry Street. To be safely escorted to your destination, call 491-1155.
Watching Emmy Award-winning campus television, winner of the 2003 Heartland Regional Emmy Award for Outstanding Student Achievement. And now, CTV Entertainment with Rachel Regalado.
Feeling a little stressed? Has the new semester got you wishing it was still vacation? Although you can't just get up and leave for the beach, I may just have the next best thing. Head over to the Rec Center and schedule a 30, 60, or 90-minute massage with one of their certified massage therapists.
Well, it's a great way to deal with stress when things get rough and you feel just overwhelmed. It's a great way to relax. A lot of people do it for that. A lot of people also find that the stress creates soreness and tension in the shoulders and the neck and the head. And it really can help with relaxing those things. And in some cases, we were working on other issues like lower back pain.
Purchase 5 sessions and get one free. For more information, you can visit the Campus Rec Center website at www.campusrec.colostate.edu or drop by the service desk, room 116. While people are still recovering from the hilarious hypnosis show last Saturday, laughs and more laughs filled the Lory Student Center as hypnotist Sean Paulson performed hypnosis on unsuspecting students. Here's a little overview of the embarrassing yet hysterical things people did under hypnosis. Others stepped into the shoes of a beauty queen as Miss America. One student thought a penny weighed 10,000 tons, while another was tickled by a voodoo doll playing Simon Says. Still others became almighty drummers and ended the night dancing and serenading mops. Say the word marriage on a college campus and you will have many students running in the opposite direction. Although that wasn't the case this weekend in the Lory Student Center. The annual bridal show kicked off Sunday featuring vendors from all around Fort Collins. The event included a fashion show featuring this year's top dress and tux styles, as well as cake tasting, flower displays, and hundreds of extras, including doves, photographs, and rings.
I started this 30 years ago when my 2 oldest girls got married and thought there had to be an easier way doing it than the way I did it. And so I started organizing and putting bridal shows together. I started collecting merchants who were interested in promoting at brides. And now there are 8 shows in this town. But when I started, there was only my show.
The event has been running for over 30 years. Well, February is Black History Month, and this year the campus and community are celebrating 50 years since Brown versus the Board of Education. Events kicked off yesterday in the Lory Student Center. If you missed the opening reception, be sure to check out the many events that will be running through the month of February. Starting tomorrow night, keynote speaker Brother Jeff will be talking in the LSC Cherokee Room at 7 o'clock p.m. Other upcoming events include Movies at Noon, February 5th, 9th, and 26th in the LSC Room 204, and Cupid Connection, February 10th at 7 o'clock p.m. in the LSC Commons. Make sure to keep watching entertainment news through February for coverage of events as well as times and places. Well, for all of you who watched the Super Bowl halftime show on Sunday, you probably noticed the shocking striptease at the end. One day after Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake's surprise ending to the performance, the singer took responsibility for the chest-bearing incident and claimed she never intended the stunt to go so far. The decision to have the costume reveal skin was made after the last rehearsal, and MTV claims they were never told. Jackson and Timberlake are still apologizing to everyone who was offended.
Well, Rachel, I know we were all a little surprised by what we saw last Sunday.
Definitely, it was the Super Bowl halftime show to remember.
For sure. That's all we have for CTV News tonight. We'll be back next Tuesday, same time, same place.
You're watching Campus Television, Channel 25, weeknights from 8 to midnight.
Students making 11,000 bike trips a day. Bicycle safety is important on the CSU campus. CSU Bike Patrol officers work to maintain safety and regulate bicycle traffic. They need your help. Obey all posted signs. Make sure you have a light on your bike at night. Walk your bike in dismount zones. Yield to pedestrians at all times. By doing these things, you will be maintaining bicycle safety at CSU. For more information, call 491-6425.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ramblers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday night. Welcome to the Ramblers. I am Travis Huntington.
I'm Tyler Krause.
I'm Chris Dittmer. A great game this weekend.
Another huge game for the Rams.
Don't forget to tune in to the Ramblers every Tuesday night from 6 to 8 right here on 90.5 KCSU.
One radio, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, zero commercials. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
90.5 KCSU.
90.5. This is your student-run radio.
It is your student-run radio station.
On your FM dial, run by students, for students. It's 90.5 KCSU.
It gets me to class.
Do what you wanna do.
It's all about efficiency.
We're going to the mall.
It's my second set of wheels.
Transport, wherever life takes you.